announcement for all the faint-hearted. You might want to dip before the jerks get started. If you like frank conversation, then pull up a seat. If you like the unexpected, then you're in for a treat. But you're not a captive, there's no ransom to pay. You can just hit the X if you don't want to play. Don't like what we do, then you can hit the X. Don't like what we say, you can hit the X. Don't want to join the crew, you can hit the X. You don't have to stay, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation. Situation. This is not a hostage situation.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed. Hey.
Hey, everyone. Welcome back to membership, Nana for Life. We also have Tickety Boo, member for 17 months. Yay. So it's the perfect place to make sense of it all.
I'll be right back.
You didn't cut
Can I just say that we have to put something up before we start? Hasn't been up for a while, but today is that day. The jerks are not responsible for your inability to handle your emotions when we are discussing Ziggy. Okay?
You need to calm down.
She's unable to handle her emotions, apparently.
It's one of the weirdest things is that she will shriek and scream to the point where her mic cannot cope with her voice. And that is seen as perfectly valid emotional response. But if we discuss her calmly, we're harassing, bullying, we're obsessed, all these sort of things.
Right.
I mean,
yesterday was quite the thing because she's had all week to work herself up. She obviously, Six Up was meant to be on Ryan Finds Truth a week yesterday, but something came up, she couldn't do it. So it actually happened yesterday. So Ziggy was already worked up and she's had a week to prepare. And of course, the minute that, and that conversation, if you haven't seen it, I would say go over to Ryan Finds Truth and actually watch it because it's a very calm, measured, factual conversation. There's no screaming or crying or drama. It's just a conversation about personal experiences of dealing with Ziggy.
Hey, Pearl, I hate to interrupt you, but we have a new member.
Hey.
Sharon.
Nanny Sharon.
And also Jerry. I can't say the last name, whatever that is. I'm not good. Vibin.
Good Vibin.
Thank you.
And y'all know I butcher names.
Yeah, I could have butchered that terribly, and I apologize if I did.
Yeah. Welcome. All right, Pearl, carry on.
Pearl. Sorry, I was on mute. 3/4 of the way through this live where Ryan and his wife were talking to Jen, Six Up Media. Of course, Ziggy goes live and announces to the world that she's already taken legal action against Six Up. It turns out that it's a copyright claim, which is amazing because having looked, Ziggy doesn't actually have a copyright filed in Indiana. So good luck with that. You may find a perjury situation.
I do have a graphic for that. Right here.
Yes, and this is something people really need to look at. Let me move this real quick. A YouTube creator must file a copyright infringement lawsuit in U.S. federal district court before suing. The creator must have a registered copyright with the U.S. Copyright Office to win. The creator must prove they own a valid copyright and that the infringement copied original elements without permission, showing the works are substantially similar. Okay, we got some problems here, Ziggy.
She's got problems on several levels. First of all, she's got the problem. Yeah, obviously. But talking specifically about this one, she does not have registered copyright within Indiana, unless, of course, she did it in the last 48 hours and it hasn't gone through yet. But I find that hard to believe. I believe that you have just filed the paperwork thinking that is enough and that you will stand up in court and say, oh, by the nature of it being mine, I have copyright. I made it and therefore it's mine. There is some validity to that argument, apart from the fact that by adding commentary, Six Up has made it fall under what they call transformative work, which is fair use, which is a defense against copyright, even if you had one, which you don't. So you have filled out paperwork, just like I believe Julie Skolnick did the same thing. She filled out the copyright claim, and of course, it couldn't stand under the law. And I don't believe this will either. I believe it's purely an intimidation tactic, and also probably a means of getting people to send you money under the auspices of, I'm going to be taking legal action against Six Up. And then, lo and behold, you'll find that you don't quite have enough to do it, but somehow that money will never make its way back to the people who sent it. Just watch.
Oh, yeah, definitely predictable in that one. I have so much. I can't wait if we review this video. I was so flabbergasted last night watching it. Like, oh my gosh, this can't be for real. This woman is like the queen of projection. Everything she claimed people have done to her are actually what she's done.
It really is. Yes. It really is. Do you want to go into Ziggy's talking about the law first, or do you want to deal with the Ryan's daughter is a Satanist bullshit?
Let's do. Go ahead.
No, you go. Well, I was just going to say, like, and there's people in her chat. She's talking about stalking Ryan's child's Facebook, and people are in her chat like that's okay and normal. Like she's stalking his kid. That's insane.
Commentary about an adult woman in drama who came into this whole sector talking about a missing child and spreading lies about the parents. And let's face it, the parents had issues, long and storied history of issues, especially with child protection services. But the things that were specifically said about them by Ziggy and the whole fake friend of the foster family routine that was cooked up by her and Lady CG, that helped create the madness of Don and Candace. Sort of, they were already off the edge. But those lies, they came to YouTube and were on panels when all this was out there and being discussed. If you don't think that Ziggy has a fundamental part to play in the destruction of Don and Candace as people, then you're not informed. And now she's doing the same thing with Ryan about his parenting. And again, she speaks an awful lot. She thinks that truth is measured in decibels. The louder she says something, the truer it is. It doesn't work like that. Facts are not volume.
Or in Purple's case, volume.
She was wowing to the top of her lungs and her mic. I don't know what is going on with that mic. You need a new one. And you do not have to scream your non-existent point. It was awful. I had it down as low as I could have it without it being completely mute.
The neighbors probably heard her loud and clear.
I can only imagine what her neighbors hear. And I noticed Fred is probably, I mean, he seems to be hiding during all of this,
Well,
which I
I
can't
don't
blame
blame
him.
him.
he's lucky his hearing aids are broken. That's probably how
Yes.
they got broken.
Are they broken now? Are they broken? Or did he just decide after 3 days that he couldn't do it?
She
There's
probably
suspicious
blew his
theory.
hearing aids out just like she blew her mic out.
So did we decide which way round we're doing it?
I don't care which way you want to go.
Yeah, either way.
Go
Um,
ahead.
Maybe let's tackle the Satanist thing first because that's real quick.
Okay.
Yes.
Right?
Okay, do we want to show Ziggy's sort of little short where she's
Yeah.
laying it all out?
Yeah.
Does anybody have that?
I'll get
I've,
it.
I've got all the sort of the clips to refer to it. I've also got the clip of what she wrote, put on her wall after that. So I can read that out as well.
Give me just a
And
second.
I'm going to pop this up while Soup is grabbing that to just to let everybody know what this group that she's talking about is. They don't worship Satan, guys.
Yeah, I've got actual. I've got screenshots from their website as well.
Great.
This one. Do you worship Satan? No, nor do we believe in the existence of Satan
Right.
or the supernatural. Is that specific enough for you, Ziggy? The actual group that this young girl that from years ago, she's a grown woman now, but you have gone back into her Facebook and looked at her likes and seen this and decided that you're going to put that out there. And oh, God forbid, she's got a black duvet cover. She must be a devil worshipper.
Of course.
Just because your teenage daughter has never had that phase, most of us who've had teenage daughters have had a girl who's gone through that phase. Of they like sort of black nail polish and goth things, black hairdo, doom and gloom, sometimes some sort of edgy sort of philosophical beliefs. This group are a bunch of edgy atheists, okay? That's not disrespecting them. I'm just saying they are built to annoy people like you, but they actually have some very seriously responsible beliefs. I've got the screenshot of what do they actually believe. This is from their website. What do you believe? We believe in reason, empathy, the pursuit of knowledge, and these are our 7 tenets. One should strive to act with compassion and empathy towards all creatures in accordance with reason. The struggle for justice is an ongoing and necessary pursuit that should prevail over laws and institutions. One's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone. The freedoms of others should be respected, including the freedom to offend. To willfully and unjustly encroach upon the freedom of another is to forego one's own. Belief should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs. People are fallible. If one makes a mistake, one should do one's best to rectify it, resolve any harm that might have been caused. Every tenet is a guiding principle designed to inspire nobility in action and thought. The spirit of compassion, wisdom, and justice should always prevail over the written or spoken word. Now, to me, if my teenager said that this was her sort of philosophy at that point in her life about life, I wouldn't have an issue with it. Just because the name of the organization triggers people like you, it doesn't make it wrong. You are totally misinterpreting everything that this stands for. Also, and you're doing it deliberately because you don't show any facts about this organization. You just talk about it by its name to try and inspire a response in people around you. Also, you talk about her liking Satanic Sisterhood. Satanic Sisterhood are 2 DJs. Okay, it's a music group. They are 2 DJs. I'm not going to play any of their music because 1, we'll get dinged for copyright, and 2, it's not my thing. But I tell you, if you go onto TikTok and look up Satanic Sisterhood, you will see 2 DJs and a bunch of very average looking teenagers sort of aimlessly jiggling around in front of the DJ booth. There is nothing shocking or depraved about this. It is very average teenage stuff. Again, you're trying to make it into something that it isn't so you can attack Ryan. And even if it were true, even if she was some sort of dancing in the woods naked, sacrificing animals type, which I've shown you she obviously isn't, but even if she were, it's her constitutional right. The First Amendment of the Constitution of your country allows for the freedom of religion. Your opinion of it does not matter. More importantly, the idea that Ryan should gatekeep and circumvent his adult daughter's freedom to suit you is just, it's beyond the realms of an oppressive stance. Why
That's
does he
Ziggy
have to
logic for
gatekeep
you.
his daughter for you? And also, even if she were a dancing in the woods naked, sacrificing animals type, it doesn't mean that he's not a Christian. Somebody can be a Christian and have a relative who's done the worst things. Your relatives are not you. You are not your relatives. I would have thought that with Fred's situation, the way that you talk about Karen, under your philosophy, if the family member is bad, the whole family is bad. So where does that leave Fred?
Hiding.
Anyway, let's play this video and you can hear for yourself how she does not give any details about this organisation. It is all spin and narrative to attack Ryan by means of attacking his daughter. It's despicable.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. Earbud warning. I'm going to let y'all know right now. I don't know if she's as loud in this clip, but she is a very loud person with a bad mic.
So this is Ryan Finds Truth, a recent post. He says, anyone who receives any lawsuit threats from Ziggy, we will join your lawsuit and support the legal costs financially. She has lied about our daughters long enough. We will join forces with your legal team to take this lying bitch once and for all.
Yeah.
Ziggy is the only thing satanic about any of this.
Holy crap.
Exactly.
Only twitching. I'm sit
God.
still, for God's sake.
The Hunchback of Indiana. Just get out of the way.
Right. She's as bad as Bullhorn Betty with this green screen.
And it's
Clearly
no
serves
serves
the devil.
She can't
Oh,
stop blinking.
really? Hold that thought. What's this? This is Ryan's daughter's Facebook.
Oh my God.
Friends of the Satanic Temple.
Because this is normal, isn't it, folks? That's what you do. You go get on somebody's child's Facebook and pull it up, right? Normal.
I'm posting a screenshot on your community tab, as she did over a year ago, of a 15-year-old girl's bedroom that had a black comforter and a hocus pocus cushion cover. My God.
This is like putting a bow on the word psycho. That's Ziggy.
Yeah.
Like, to a T. This is the most psychotic thing.
She doesn't, I know she understands. I don't know if she does or not, but teenagers often do this. I talked about it on my live earlier where they do this, they go through this goth phase. Most of us went through it in the 90s. You know, kids try to shock their parents, like, look at me, I'm dark and depressed. It's normal.
But if you look at that organization, it's not even dark.
No, not at all.
I know.
It has,
I'm just saying.
You know, they're like, we believe in science.
I just can't believe she's straight-faced doing this. Like, look at his child's Facebook page.
This ain't the first time she's done it either.
She's done it to other people too.
And don't tell me that she didn't immediately research that organization, because you know what she's like. She would have wanted to find something deep and dark to bring up. And you should know now your experience of Ziggy, all of you. If she doesn't want to give you anything but the headline, it's because she's got something to hide. And that's because this is not what she's saying that it is.
Yeah.
Tennessee. The Satanic Sisterhood. Yeah,
Two
the daughter that
DJs.
lives with him.
Oh my God, look at her face. She's insane.
Yeah,
I used to
Satanic
like a
Sisterhood.
band when I was a teenager. I used to like a band called the Dead Kennedys.
Girl.
I
They were a
love
punk rock
Typo
band.
Negative. Oh my
And
God.
it's just a name. The Satanic Sisterhood are two DJs. Look them up on TikTok.
The Grateful Dead,
Right?
they're not grateful anybody's dead. It's like a bluegrass band. Ziggy, you are so outdated.
But I'm the Satanist. He also had her in one of his videos. You know how they claim that they protect their daughter.
Oh my God. Is Ziggy wearing black nails that are
Yes.
sharpened?
She might be a
It's
Satanist.
the
Dark
devil
side.
She really
worshiper.
needs an exorcism.
Maybe she's a witch on the weekends. Maybe
We
that's
also have her in one of videos, and she has these satanic tattoos all over her.
Hello, what's the satanic tattoo?
Yeah,
That's what I
No
was going to
details.
ask when we got to that part.
No details, no receipts. Your interpretation of a tattoo is that it's satanic. Are you being sort of strictly Old Testament, the notion that any tattoo is an abomination against God? Because that is a pretty hardcore belief that even most Jewish people don't stand by now. So what's
I'm willing to
satanic?
bet
Are
Ziggy
they
has a tramp
satanic
stamp.
designs? Do you think tattoos themselves are satanic? Or are you, as I suspect, just bumping up your narrative with bullshit?
That part.
That's exactly what she's doing, Pearl. I'm not even going to go look at his daughter's tattoos to get an idea of what
No,
she's
I'm
talking
not.
about.
Leave
Because
the
I am
girl
not.
alone.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I'm not a weirdo like you are, Ziggy. You're.
proof that I'm a Satanist is clearly on your daughter's Facebook, and you admitted to it.
What
Ryan,
does
you're a joke.
Ryan's daughter have to do with
Thank you.
Finding Summer?
It's
Nothing.
irrelevant. Whatever Ryan's daughter believes is completely irrelevant. If her beef is with Ryan, that's where it should stay, not as kids.
You're a phony.
Ziggy.
You're a fraud. You post Bible quotes on your YouTube, trying to put on this mask like you're this saint. Then you mock the Lord by posting Bible quotes while you have a Satanist living with you. That's not me
Oh.
talking shit. That is
I've got a couple of Bible quotes for you in a bit, Ziggy, talking about mocking the Lord.
No, I bet you
But
did.
carry on.
it's the
I'll
truth.
wait.
That is the truth. And you even said that you tried to give your daughters their freedom and choices. So I'm only speaking truth here, Ryan. And I mean, I don't see any actual Christian allowing the practicing of Satanism in their household. And you are using God to try to make people believe that you are this amazing person when you are not even a Christian at all. And then you have then you put the
That's
cross
a hell
on
of a
your
reach.
merch.
Where's your
So
evidence for that?
this is only my opinion.
Where
For
is your
Christ's sake.
evidence for that? Who are you to judge somebody else's authenticity and conviction? There is no evidence. This idea that his daughter is practicing Satanism in their house. One, I believe that she doesn't actually live in the house at the moment. She's away at college. Two, there's no evidence that she practices anything like that anyway. Three, we've given you the evidence, which I'm sure you've seen for yourself, that these organizations are not what you're claiming that they are.
Opinion as far as me feeling like you're not a Christian, but right here's like as far as it's not an opinion about your daughter, she is and about her practicing Satanism in your household. It's clearly right here. Like you can sit here and continue to lie, but there's proof on the stuff I say, not proof on the stuff you say. So, and oh, by the way, thanks for the more proof of harassment. You saying that you're going to back anybody and go after me and take that lying bitch down. Well, take it to court, because the only thing that the truth stands above everything. It doesn't matter how much money somebody has. The truth is the truth, Ryan. You're not going to have anything against me, and you know it.
Oh my
Well,
God.
the only real thing
God.
that she said there is that the truth is the truth.
Right.
But you've just shown yourself that Ryan's point about you harassing his daughter is exactly what you're doing. And then you went further than that. It wasn't enough that you put this video out. You then put up a community wall post. Let me just grab that.
It's as if she thinks going after his daughter is some kind of a flex. It's really not.
It's
No,
a bad
really
look.
not.
She really
It's a
does.
real bad look, Zig.
Okay, I'll read this out for you because it's going to be relatively small on the screen. These fools make it too easy to prove what they're up to. Ryan made a post claiming I'm the only one that worships Satan here, and then said that I have made several lies about his daughter. The only thing I've said about his daughter is that she's a Satanist. I love the way that you dropped that in casually, like it's not a big deal. And she's clearly listed on her Facebook. They have now, of course, taken down her Facebook to hide the truth or to protect her from nuts like you. You won't see me having to take anything down. So please tell me the other things I've said about your daughter, because this was only brought up because of you hiding behind God while spreading lies about Fred and myself. In my opinion, you clearly are not a God-fearing man. What Christian would have a Satanist living with them in their household? Why are you embarrassed of this, Ryan? You guys deleted her Facebook and don't want people to see the truth because you are fake, phony, and a fraud, in my opinion. Good thing I have video and screenshot proof of this for my record. Why are you hiding it? So much for me never having receipts, right, Ryan? It would probably be in your best interest to not harass me any longer, nor spread further lies about Fred. You should have stopped long ago with your false narrative campaign in Summerwell's name. You are an absolute piece of shit, Ziggy. You truly are disgusting. You're trying to threaten him there. He doesn't have anything to hide. He's protecting his daughter. As for you judging what does and doesn't count as being Christian and Bible quotes, let me point out a couple of things to you. First of all, tarot cards themselves are not condemned in the Bible because they didn't exist. But divination, the process of using any item to predict the future for a person or to read signs, is distinctly condemned within the Bible. Let me just check. Oh, hang on, I've got it written down somewhere. Okay, Leviticus 19:26 says, do not practice divination or seek omens. Tell me what tarot card reading is, Ziggy. Tell me what being a psychic is, Ziggy. Tell me what mediumship is, Ziggy, because all of those are specifically condemned in the Bible, and yet that is how you make your money, while claiming to be under the sort of auspices and protection of the blood of Jesus Christ, and also condemning other Christians. How do you make those two things work out? Because I tell you now, that is far more evidence of evil and satanic behaviour than anything you've shown about Ryan's daughter or shown about Ryan. I don't know how you manage to make these things all sit together, because it makes no sense to me. Deuteronomy 18:10 says, there shall not be found among you anyone who practices divination or tells fortunes or interprets omens. And if you're going to say, oh, well, that's the Old Testament, I'm a Christian and therefore it's only the New Testament that counts, I'll give you Acts 16:16, where it says, we were met by a slave girl who had a spirit of divination and brought her owners much gain by fortune telling. And St. Paul makes the demon, because it's considered demonic to do that in the Bible. St. Paul makes the demon leave the girl. There is far more evidence in the Bible for what you are doing being wrong and evil and satanic than anything that you have shown on a Facebook page of a teenage girl from years ago. And you know that those things don't actually lead to Satanism, because believe me, I know that you immediately went to Google and tried to find something terrible. Hopefully you were looking for, I would imagine you were looking for a picture of Ryan's daughter dancing naked in the woods, but you didn't find anything. What you found was that they were a humanist group, a scientific group. They just chose to use that name because it triggers people like you. And then you found out that the other group were a couple of DJs. But that didn't fit your narrative, so you just went with the headline. You are full of shit. You want to stop judging other people. Seriously, if you've actually developed any sort of faith, then I recommend that you actually go and read the Bible rather than reading little pictures and putting your slander on people with them.
That's all she does. She commits slander with her cards. You piss her off, and that's what she's going to do. That's what she's done to many. She's done it to us. She's done it to Six Up, Chasing, Ryan,
Karen,
This list,
Janet,
really.
Gavel
Nana.
Geeks, Nana.
God, the
Look.
list is getting longer and longer.
Yeah, look,
There's a whole
Ziggy-
bunch of people on Ben Hill that
Yep.
I remember Ziggy going over, what's the name, Marlena or something?
Yes,
her
Crawford.
talking about personal things about the woman's daughter, a little girl.
A little girl that I won't even repeat.
Bringing up
Ziggy
pictures
went-
of her. It was awful. She goes on everyone's Facebook page and just goes through and shows pictures on her live of other people's Facebook pages, who their friends are, who all the pictures. It's
I don't
It's
think
ridiculous.
she can come back down here and it be safe for her. I'm not saying that to be funny. I'm actually being serious because she has pulled up everybody in that other county, their family, their children, and put it all over her YouTube.
and made up stuff about them. She just like makes
No.
up a story about it and decides like, it's my opinion, guys.
But Six Up goes on a live yesterday with Ryan Finds Truth. And then you have Ziggy later screeching, squalling into her mic that she is going to proceed with a lawsuit on Six Up, Ryan, and Karen, Fred's sister.
And the lies in that live, the things that she lays down at Six Up's feet that other people have claimed to have done themselves. But no, everything is Six Up. This is one of the things that annoys me. Can I just say,
It does.
I know Archangel, who is a member here and a regular in our chat and a friend of the Jerks. She is a tarot card reader. She does not do it for financial gain. She does it because she believes that she can help people. I don't have a judgment on that. I don't have a judgment on Ziggy doing it. I am measuring Ziggy by the rules that she claims to use against everybody else. Okay?
Oh, I'm judging because she does it. She's performing.
Oh, she does it with
slander.
malevolence. She
Yeah.
does it purely out of spite and anger. And I also believe that when she does it for financial gain, she lies. I don't believe she has any authentic powers at all. But if she's going to say that Ryan doesn't live in biblical truth, that Ryan is not a Christian in her opinion, and that his daughter is a Satanist, I'm going to measure her by the book that she claims. And the book is very specific, Ziggy, in saying that what you're doing is evil and wrong and against God. So please tell me how you managed to balance all those things out.
Oh, she can't. This woman has zero insight and like zero ability to self-reflect on anything. Nearly everything she was screaming about are things that she did, all the way up to having someone's ex on her panel. Like, she did that. She called people's family. She called people's landlords.
Should we just get into it with the video?
Yeah, I
so
think
people
we
know what
need
we're
to
talking
just,
about, 'cause we're
Lord,
referencing
prepare
stuff that
yourself.
people may be lost.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Where is the video?
Um,
Which video?
was it her her U-Haul, mini U-Haul last night.
It was
yeah,
the
it
guest
says
live
something
that-
about lawsuits and I have proof or something.
Okay,
It says
hold on.
a
Give me
short
just a
live about
second.
lawsuits or something like that. Civil
Yeah.
action.
Every
Now,
Short
time-
live
this
is always a
one-
dead giveaway. Short live is never a short
Every
live.
time she said she was ending it, she'd go off on another diatribe of insanity. It was
Now
a gift
this
that kept
one,
giving.
guys, you have to, and I'm being serious, earbud warning.
Yes.
Yeah.
Very
This is
loud.
there's a U-Haul on the screen for a reason. She gassed it up and fired it up, man.
And it is now, tomorrow will be the 2-year expiration of that, and we're still here. When I post or type Ziggy
Wait till you hear how many times she says Ziggy.
in on her channel, let's see how many videos we see. And every single one of these is her replaying my content. Every single, almost pretty much 90.
Giving commentary to your content that is not copyrighted. By the way, do you understand that, Julie Skolnick?
5% of them are replaying my content.
Hey, Ziggy.
Okay? Ziggy.
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 Ziggy!
Watching the tree trimmer
Ziggy.
videos. Ziggy. Ziggy and Fred.
Six Up is a commentary channel
Ziggy.
or a review
Ziggy.
channel.
Ziggy and
So-
Fred. Ziggy and Fred.
That's what
Can
review
I
and
say as
commentary
well-
channels do.
One of the things that gets me about this, Six Up will put in her title what the content of her live is about.
Right.
Therefore, if Ziggy is part of that content, she will put Ziggy or indicate Ziggy somewhere in the title or the thumbnail. She always does that. Now, what you do, Ziggy, is that you have a live titled something like Nails and Chill. And you've said yourself that you do it deliberately so that people who you're going to talk about don't necessarily come in. You don't like to tip people off. You've actually said that, and I can go back and get the quote. You have a live called Nails and Chill, and then you will spend an hour, 2 hours grinding your nails down to a stump while you defame people. You constantly talk about Six Up. Just because you don't use the name Six Up doesn't mean that you're not talking about it. Doesn't mean that your chat isn't aware of exactly who you're talking about. Just because you use terms like 666 or that person I don't want to name, it doesn't mean that you're not discussing Six Up. Just because Six Up isn't in the title of your live, it doesn't mean you're not discussing Six Up. You can do this because Six Up always lets people know what the content of the live is. And that way, it makes it look so dramatic when you do this sort of listing of lives. But you talk about her just as much, if not more. You're just not honest about it.
Also, Tiny, I don't know if she's still in here. This morning, she said, I think that infection in her finger has went to her head because it's badly infected where she keeps redoing her nails.
Fred. Ziggy and Fred. Scammer alert. Ziggy. I've already recorded these guys, so this is also more proof.
I've also recorded these guys, more proof. Six Up ain't taking them down. She's not worried.
Like, because she'll be probably taking these down.
No, she won't.
That would be a
Ziggy.
Ziggy move, not a Six Up move.
Ziggy. Ziggy. Ziggy.
So she says that for about 5 minutes.
On these legal lawsuits that are happening, I'm not gonna be on fucking YouTube
Legal
unless
lawsuits.
there's something big. Like I said,
Oh,
I don't have
you know
anything to
what?
say to
Lies.
these people.
Lies.
I wish I
lies.
had a £5 note for every time you said, I'm not going to be on YouTube.
Right?
Yeah.
Usually that's an indication that when you say, I'm not going to be on YouTube, the next 24 hours, you'll have 3 lives and 2 community wall posts.
And at least a short.
And look
Yes.
at this by Annie Dom. There's a short I posted on my channel of Mark of the Beast outright threatening you.
Oh my.
Sure. And
They can go cry a river to the courts, and then they can let a judge decide who's wrong and who's right. Because not only do I have a copyright lawsuit infringement lawsuit currently filed.
You don't have anything. You are not copyrighted. Did you go and pay to have yourself copyrighted? Because you do have to go pay for that. Am I right or am I right?
And also,
and it has to be a copyright has to be prior to filing your
The copyright. Yep.
infringement. Yep.
am I the only one that thinks that if she really went up to a judge like this, that they would involuntarily commit her? Like, she is literally
It's a
insane.
possibility.
I mean,
If
really.
I was a judge, oh God, don't get all riled up.
She was far calmer when she went to court with her sort of booklet
Fake
full of
protection
lies
order.
in support of two of the biggest liars on YouTube, as you later revealed yourself, Ziggy. But when you went and took that court action to get a protection order against Six Up, which was never served, you were a much calmer person. I don't think you'd be able to hold it together this time. I'm not sure that a judge would be very responsive to you have a shrieking meltdown in the court. Frankly,
Especially when she gets told no.
if you got held in contempt, because 10 days in the slammer would probably do you a load of good.
Oh my God, I just got a mental image of that.
60
against
days.
Six Up, which is you could go look up and Google on the internet right now if you want to, which I'll show you in a second. I am filing a harassment lawsuit against her and more than likely Ryan next week, and probably Fred's sister. So, and I'm about to show you guys I'm not fucking playing around. I've already filed a protective order against her that I'm going to show you here in a little bit. Years ago, that was approved by a judge. I don't think she didn't show up. Remember, she's so confident. Remember, she collected money for a lawyer that she did not get.
No,
And
she
then she didn't even
didn't.
show up to the court date.
Didn't happen.
No, no. And the
Look.
next thing she says is that Six Up ran out the back door. Nope.
No. At the time that she's claiming that all this went down, we were still over at Ziggy's, okay? This trying to get money together for a lawyer, I tried to look into that and research it to see whether there was any basis of it. And that was before I was a friend of Six Up, and I could not find any evidence.
Well,
There
one
was lots of
person even
speculation.
said that they embellished their story on saying that they gave her money. They finally admitted that they embellished that. Anyway.
Who remembers that?
I do.
I do.
I remember it being bullshit.
Ziggy, so there she is, like my electric bill, and posting it online. My electric bill.
Ziggy, you
She was
posted your own electric bill. You had the account number in your Nightbot, like right here.
Looking for everyone to pay your bills for you.
And she had it for years. I swear it was years running across her screen. I don't know why she claims that Six Up somehow has her social security number and has been able to impersonate her on the phone. Ziggy, everybody had access to your account, you moron.
And Six Up did not impersonate you
No.
on the phone.
Her logic here again, the bullshit logic. She claims that because Six Up can actually work out what payments have or haven't happened, that therefore that is evidence that Six Up has somehow got her social security number and has phoned up as her and got these details. No, it's just math, Ziggy. If I look at your account and it's one number and I take a screenshot and then I check it 5 weeks later and something has changed, I can work out the maths. It's
Also-
just simple numbers. That's all. Nobody.
Also,
has
her claim that Six Up, knew the moment, therefore she must have been, talking to Duke Energy, because when Ziggy tried to get out of her other bill and switch it to Fred's name, and then Six Up knew it. Well, it was a logical. We all knew you were going to do that.
Yeah,
I
put it in
forgot.
Fred's
It was
name.
a logical guess.
It was an educated guess that you would put it
Absolutely.
in Fred's name.
But it can never be simple logic that is against you. It's got to be a conspiracy. Everyone's involved. Everyone's breaking into your stuff. This is like when you hit the crypto scam. because you thought you were going to make some money, and what happened was, for a
Wonderful.
short term, they took over your channel. No, it had to be Six Up. It couldn't possibly be you.
Even
No.
Nicolina was like, no,
Clicking
Ziggy.
a janky link.
Hi, Ziggy. Hi, Ziggy.
Hey, Ziggy. Hey, Ziggy.
Your husband's not
Forever
here.
be
Who's asking?
ever. I love that one so much. And her voice is so hoarse from screaming at the top of her lungs.
It's so bad.
Who's going to your wife? You guys, come on. Ziggy. Fred and Ziggy. Ziggy. Oh, homophobic. Here she's calling me homophobic.
You are.
You
are.
actually are.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Why did you
My
talk?
opinion is she's a big homophobe.
And
She
here's
is,
the
yes.
classic Ziggy. People review people all the time in this sector. That's kind of what this sector is all about, is reviewing other people's lives. It's not really stalking, it's content. That's what it is.
It's not stalking. You're on a public platform. Gee, people can see you, Ziggy. Imagine that.
You said something yesterday that Six Up watches her walk her dog. Like, no,
You're
Ziggy,
live.
screaming at yourself.
Everybody is watching you push the doggy in a stroller.
The
Yes,
whole neighborhood watches you walk your dog, Ziggy, as you scream at the top of your voice, red-faced, into your phone in a darkened street. If you were outside my house shouting into your phone, I fucking knew it! I would be phoning the police.
She acts like it's not a spectacle. Of course people are watching it. Of course
we're
Six Up is.
laughing at you. I am
Yes.
so sorry. You did this to yourself.
If you don't want people
Fred
to
and
watch
Ziggy's Thanksgiving. When she doesn't even get out Thanksgiving.
Say, your Thanksgiving was comedy gold, and gold is the correct color because every single thing that
Yes.
you cooked was yellow, even the chicken.
Oh,
Good
gross.
God, that chicken needed more color.
Yeah.
It really, really did.
I still can't get the sound of her stirring that disgusting
Oh
mush
God.
of stuffing. It just
Oh.
God, it was gross.
And
Ziggy.
touching everything: raw chicken, cooked chicken, stuffing, cornbread. Put your hands over everything. Why don't you? I tell you, I bet the next 2 days you were all fighting each other for the bathroom.
Oh, gross.
It was so bad.
Ziggy and Fred. Search the shorts for it to just come up. Here I am right here.
All right, let's move along
Here-
to the
Lawsuit. She is going to be taking these down, I'm guessing.
Nope,
she probably
she
will
won't.
next week when
I
she
promise
sees proof
you.
of the harassment lawsuit.
Can I just say
So
real
she
quick?
says that she'll see proof of the harassment lawsuit. I can promise you, I know Six Up. Look, she don't do what anybody tells her to do. She'll leave them up just for the sake of leaving them up. You are confused, Ziggy.
And the only person that
So-
can keep anything down is Ziggy. She needs somebody to step into her life and to remove these lives because she is embarrassing herself every single day.
And nobody tells her.
No, they
Let's
might.
switch screens.
Look at this. There's that frown.
Remember when she was running outside? You remember, right? She's been telling everybody that, there was never any protective order. What is this? What is this?
That is
This is the
paperwork for
court-
protective order that was never served.
Never. It was just a bunch of bullshit, Ziggy. You didn't
Yeah,
like
it
that
was
she
never
was
active.
reviewing-
Based on testimony of like two known liars, two of the biggest liars ever.
Two known liars that
Yep.
you later did exposés on, both of them as liars.
I
But
know.
these are the people that you.
Ziggy did exposés on the two people that went to court with her as liars. Tell the people that, Ziggy. Tell that story, you big dummy.
The sheriff sending me back this notice, out of state service, Hamilton County Sheriff's Department, order of protection, right here.
Right here.
Hey, Ziggy, Do you
They
remember
said
when
it-
you were in the voice chat, when you had your Discord, and some of us were all there as well, and people offered to help you get that served? You knew what Six Up's address was, and yet somehow you never managed to get it served because you didn't really want to stop the back and forth, did you? Because that's where a lot of your interaction comes from.
And no, none of us on this panel were going to serve it. We just remembered
Absolutely not.
it. No. Ladies, I'm going to let this play and run to the bathroom, so I won't be able to stop it. I'll be right back.
All right.
June 17, 2022. She 2 notices left for her. She told everybody she set up cameras so she could run out the back.
Never happened. That never happened.
Here's the ordered protective order right here in the Shelby County Court in Indiana. I'm right here. She's right here. Down here is the order for protection that was filed March 28, 2022.
Filed yet never served.
It says Adrian has filed a timely request for hearing under Indiana code. The court is required to hold a hearing. The petitioner was present at the hearing and the respondent was not present. Remember, she took in money for this. The order does not protect an intimate partner or child. The respondent had notice and an opportunity to be heard. The petitioner has shown by preponderance of evidence that repeated acts of harassment
Stop yelling.
has occurred sufficient to justify this issuance of order.
Both your witnesses are liars exposed by you.
This is going to be good in my harassment lawsuit. The respondent does not agree to the issuance of the order for protection. The following relief is necessary to bring about a cessation of the violence or threat of violence. So,
how are you in threat of any kind
right
of
here is the part, it says she couldn't, the respondent is hereby enjoined from threatening to commit or committing acts of domestic or family violence, stalking, sex offense, a course of conduct involving repeated and continuing contact with petitioner that is intended to prepare or condition the petitioner, never. The respondent is prohibited from harassing, annoying, telephoning, contacting, or directing or indirectly communicating with the petitioner. And look at how she was tagging me in all those videos and posted, never fucking stopped.
All right, I'm back. Whew. All right, Ziggy. This is like Skolnick on steroids. They're both pretty bad.
When she says that this is going to be really good evidence for this harassment suit that she's claiming that she's going to have, it's going to be fantastic. What are you going to do when Six Up shows you exposing Lady CG/Lolita as being a liar and a scammer, your main witness? What are you going to do when she shows you exposing your other witness as a liar? That's going to be great evidence for a harassment lawsuit. Can't wait, Ziggy. It's going to be fascinating.
It's not a.
This
is the definition of lawsuit.
It really is. I mean, of course, I'm saying this. I know it's not going to happen. She's not going to make this happen. She's going to try, but she doesn't have the money, and she just she does these rant lives where she threatens what's going to happen. She did one about Crystal. I'm getting a protection order on Crystal. Watch me fill it out. What happened to that, Ziggy?
I don't even think she has some wits about her anymore. Not that she really ever did, but she's really off the rails. I could only imagine.
That's nothing like when we were over there. I mean, it was bad.
This is bad.
If she was like this back then, I would have never even been over.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
We stayed over there longer than we should have because we enjoyed people in the chat at that time, not the people who are in the chat now. And some of them were there, but not the atmosphere that is in her chat now. We enjoyed a lot of people over there. But until you know, if she'd have been as crazy cakes as she is now back then, I'd have been out the door much quicker.
Same.
Do you know what it was for me? And I think it was for you all too. When I stepped away was when she screamed at Jim's children, calling them selfish.
Yeah, she's going to get onto that in a minute.
It was bad. That's when I left. I didn't do the airport. I'm unsubscribing. Take my rent.
We just left.
We just left.
A judge found it good enough. On this this order expired March of 2024, the 28th day.
So it's already was it already
Yeah.
2 years
Expired,
expired?
2
You're
years.
still banging on about something that wasn't served and has been expired for 2 years.
She'll
So
be
she
going on
doesn't
about
have a
this for another
protection order.
15.
She does not have a protection order on 6up for you poor subscribers in her chat. Look, I know y'all don't like us. I don't care, but please have a better relationship with the truth.
Hey, 6up.
We're 2 years now, almost exactly, of this order expiring.
And you're still squealing.
Well, we're back again. I have filed another lawsuit against 6up Media.
Oh my God. Look at this nut.
Let's see.
Look
which
at that
one is it.
face.
Look at this.
Look at old frowny face.
Look.
Okay, that one.
All her twitching makes me so nervous.
Yeah,
And
guys,
this is because
have you hit the like yet?
go ahead.
That's all I wanted to say.
Have I? Oh,
No.
yes. If you haven't yet, please hit the like. And this is all because 6up was on Ryan Finds Truth. This sent her over the edge.
March 23rd, 2026, it has been filed with the U.S. District Court, the Southern District Court.
Actually, Rihanna Benson, 6up wasn't watching. She was over at Ryan's.
Yeah.
Anna,
Yeah.
I'm the plaintiff. She is the defendant. It was filed right here. Oh, shit. Right here, 323, as you can see, clearly.
Clearly.
Oh, God, I can hear her dumbass voice in the background. Got it in that. Okay.
She's listening to Ryan. I told you. So she can hear 6up in the background, and this is enraging her even more.
And it was such a calm and lovely interview. It actually was. If you want to go over to Ryan Finds Truth and listen to that, it was really calm, measured conversation between three adults talking about their experience with this nutcase. There was no squealing, crying, hate speech or anything like that. I mean, the fact that it triggered her like this is just unbelievable.
Chasing.
I know.
She's basically a lawyer. You all are in trouble.
Yep. We're all going to jail.
Oh, yes. But remember, I'm an international documentary broker. Don't mess with me, Ziggy. I will make you infamous. Me and El Netflix down in Mexico City, we've got your number.
We'll get your number, girl.
It's the complaint is for copyright infringement because she has been making a living off of my fucking content for years now.
And
let me remind you all again, she is not copyrighted.
And this is the crux of the matter. She is making money. I tell you what hurts. What hurts her about 6up is that people who can no longer tolerate what you have done to them are welcomed by 6up because 6up knows exactly what they've been through. And instead of beating them around over it, she just welcomes them in and lets them stay. And now they're starting to become members and they're cash apping or super chatting 6up when she's presenting information. And the last live wasn't even about you, Ziggy, and it was one of 6up's biggest and most successful lives. You weren't even a mention. You weren't a footnote, nothing. But it's about the money. You hate that 6up Media comments on your stuff and makes more money in super chats and membership than you do. It's because she actually supplies content and you don't.
Do you know who she reminds me of? The Bee. Bee gets very upset when she sees other people. Thank you, Stella.
Ziggy was bragging last night about how she doesn't put anything on members only, doesn't do any members only lives.
So in other words,
she thought that was the flex.
She doesn't do
she was
anything for her
criticizing
members. Like how
criticizing 6up for doing membership content and
Right.
saying, I don't do any members only content. Oh, but you accept the members' money.
She does for nothing, for absolutely nothing.
She don't even make them little stickers, anything fun. She does nothing for her
No, the
members.
ones that she had were done by other people.
Yep.
For her.
Story of her
One of those
life. It's a wonder she hasn't got somebody in to sleep with Fred.
Mm.
She's replaying my content and just for commentary, right? No, it's to harass and defame me. And the reason why I had to do this because I'm actually more want.
How is it harassment and defamation?
I
For
don't
her
know.
to reveal that you are bullying and exploiting a whole community in Tennessee whose only crime is that they all lived in an area where a child went missing. And you are making their lives a misery. That is bullying and harassment and defamation. Six Up is calling you on it. But you seem to think that, sort of you're pulled apart for merely doing your nails on the internet. No, it's not. It's never that. Look at all the stuff that you've done. Look at the examples we gave earlier about the way that you have exploited and defamed Ryan's daughter. And Glenda Head is the example for me that always sticks with me. I should not know who Glenda Head is. I should not be able to picture her in my mind because you had her face so large on your screen for so long. And the only thing that Glenda Head has done wrong is that she lives in the community that Summer Wells disappeared from. Anything else that she's ever done in her life is nothing to do with Summer Wells' disappearance and nothing to do with you. You exploit that community.
Oh, can we remind people? Thank you, Six Up. Yes, she takes my DV story, what she did to me on here, and makes it her own. She tells people that I contacted her ex's family, and never happened. She just made it up last night. She did that about us too, saying that we were the reason that she could not go, rest in peace, to Jim's funeral. No, you couldn't go to Jim's funeral because you were screaming about his daughters on your YouTube, your live stream, and they heard it and they didn't want you there. See,
Yeah.
you did that to yourself. We were still over at your channel when you did that. That was the day I left. Now,
it was within 24 hours of Jim passing. You were screaming at his children from the live, calling them all the pieces of shit under the sun, going on about the fact that they'd had to collect his vehicle that you felt you should be entitled to, even though you were no longer together at the point when he died. You felt that you were entitled to his stuff. They had to get that together because it's the way probate works. Everything that the person owns is part of the probate. They were doing the correct thing. It wasn't a slight against you. But no, that wasn't good enough. You had to scream and shout and call them everything under the sun. And then you say that our talking to his sisters is what made it so that you couldn't go to the funeral.
That's
We
odd
did
because
not
we
speak.
didn't talk to him till after.
Exactly.
the
It was
funeral.
3 weeks after the funeral that any contact was made.
And they contacted us. They
yes,
contacted somebody who reached out to us and said they want to talk to you. That's
And then
how it
and in
happened.
fact, part of the things that they shared with us was actually images of the family united together at the funeral near his casket was one of the images that his sisters shared with us. How could that possibly happen if we had done this before the funeral and that is why you couldn't go? Could you
Right.
explain that? Are we time travelers?
Right.
Wanting to do this harassment lawsuit than this. But when a creator counters a strike and words it a certain way, YouTube, in order for your strike to be permanent, you have to show proof of filing a copyright infringement lawsuit.
You have to
So,
also show
I
proof
went
you have
ahead
a
and-
copyright.
Well, she made it
Which
up.
you don't have.
She has a copyright in
She
her
doesn't
mind.
have a copyright.
No, you've claimed that you've got a copyright in order to file this. What are you going to do when it turns that you don't have copyright? Just because you feel that something is yours, it doesn't make it legally yours.
I
I
think her-
showed in this that it says clearly that you have to have registration is mandatory. You cannot sue for infringement in federal court until the U.S. Copyright Office has issued a certificate of registration. Simply submitting the application is not enough. It must be granted or refused.
Where's your certificate of copyright, Ziggy? Why don't you show us that?
Yeah,
Oh,
come
it's
on.
because
Bring
you
those
don't have
receipts.
one.
Did it, and it was. I just got the information back. It has the videos in question right here. The 3 videos that I had filed strikes on, and that she had used my content. And it shows which right up here, the original content that was used. So she can complain and bitch all she wants, but she could do it to a court, which I'm sure she's probably going to run from because she's not as confident as she says she is. Well, she knows she's been harassing me and stalking me and what she's been doing. So
Stalking, again, I say to you, this is a public platform. You can be seen.
Ziggy, you said
right, this phone.
that you couldn't go out and use your trampoline or sleep on your trampoline because you were scared that Six Up was hanging around your backyard and would come and sexually attack you and possibly kill you. Meanwhile, you now have a shot of you on the trampoline. None of this that you say makes any sense whatsoever. You also made a claim to another creator on YouTube that Six Up had driven several states to where you live to drop some weed in your garden, like a weed fairy.
A weed fairy.
When all this ever went to court, do you realise what an absolute fool you're going to look?
Oh God.
This next week, we'll be filing more lawsuits, and it's going to be for harassment against Six Up for one, and probably Ryan Finds Truth and Karen.
Oh
and
God.
Nana for Life better zip it and stop fucking spreading lies and bullshit. This is not to silence anybody. This is for harassment. It's completely different.
Zip it.
It's strange.
But this is not
I
to
have
silence
never
anyone.
seen. I have never seen a live from Nana for Life that talks about you, Ziggy. But boy, have I seen some lives from you talking about Nana for Life. Who's harassing who?
And
Calling
she's
her
their work.
employer.
Yeah, if we want to talk about a stalker and stalking and harassing, you're calling the employers of subs. I mean, you shouldn't be calling anyone's employer, but a sub? You're really
It's not even a sub to her channel.
No, she's completely insane. I teach middle schoolers.
Yes, yes,
Remy,
Remy.
yes,
Yeah.
that is exactly what she
Yeah,
said.
right.
It was a very hot night, and as it cooled, she said that she felt like she wanted to go and sleep on the trampoline in her backyard, but she couldn't because she was terrified that Six Up might be hanging around. Presumably, being psychic and knowing that you wanted to sleep on the trampoline, she drove several states to hang around your backyard to wait until you were asleep, and then she was going to and kill you. You are an absolute nut.
And people believe this. The people in her chat actually believe this. So, yeah.
Well, Ziggy gets upset about Ryan saying they're low IQ. I mean, I'm not saying people are low IQ, but if you really believe that Six Up is going to drive several states to attack Ziggy on a trampoline, you're not
Or
really
just a weed fairy.
Or that Six Up is remotely attracted to Ziggy.
Yeah, not a lot going on upstairs at all.
And again, this is another indication of your fundamental homophobia, because again, the idea that anybody who has a sexual interest in women is going to attack you is fundamentally homophobic.
Mm-hmm.
If I was the harasser and the bad one, it would be the other way around, and they'd be filing lawsuits on me.
No, because you can take our live streams or Six Ups and you can review them. And I promise you, nobody over here is going to file a lawsuit or harassment charges. You are insane.
And
I would be embarrassed.
I'm kind of surprised. I'm not a lawsuit person, but I'm kind of surprised nobody has against Ziggy. She has slandered a lot of people on YouTube. She's actually kind of lucky that nobody's taken.
She is very lucky. It's the amount of crazy They
Yeah.
don't actually want her turning up on their doorstep because she
No.
is legit
Also-
mentally ill.
Why put themselves through all of that for what? For
Nothing.
what? Nothing. She
What are they
has
going to get?
nothing.
Where will legal action get them? She won't shut up, and she's got nothing worth having. So,
You can have her unpaid bills.
well, I say that. I say she's got nothing worth having. Fred's got an awesome bike collection in the back room,
Yes.
Ziggy. Did we ever get an explanation about why you have so many bikes in your back room? And it's
Fred's the
not
bike
Fred.
bear.
Fred's bike is outside. So whose bikes are all those ones in your back room? I don't see you on a bike.
We saw him, Ziggy. Where are all those bicycles coming from?
So, let me see if it will let me show you the whole document. It says for damages, statutory damages, injunction to stop using my fucking content for your gain and costs and fees of all this filing and my time. I'm just leaving it up to the courts to decide what is fair.
It's so ridiculous.
But once again, guys,
You want me to grab the photo of the bikes?
She's leaving it to the courts. The courts are going to laugh you out and possibly have you check
Yes,
into it.
please, Pearl.
I'll go and get them. Just hang on.
What? What did she say?
Pearl's gonna grab the photo of the bikes.
Oh, yes.
a reminder of all the things that this woman has done to us. She has contacted my family. She has contacted exes. You just saw videos of her having panels with
No, you did that.
Can
Look
I
at my-
mention something about that?
Yeah.
Remember that when they were exposing Lolita, Lady CG?
Yes.
Do you remember that Ziggy having Lolita's ex
Yes.
on her
Yes,
panel
I
one
do.
that had, it was documented in court records as well as in the newspaper how he had assaulted her while holding a 3-month-old, I believe it was 3-month-old, an infant at any rate, in public. This was witnessed by other people. That's the kind of people that she saw him out and brought him and his obsessed current wife on Ziggy's panel.
Yeah.
Could be to the detriment of that child.
That woman was obsessed with Lolita, and Ziggy platformed her and Lolita's ex, which is the father of 2 of her children. Ziggy
At least one of them. At least
Yeah.
one. I don't know about how many.
Right.
I know that one of them didn't want anything to do with him.
Right.
She is the queen of projection. She literally is.
So because all the things that she hollers is actually the things that Ziggy has done.
Mhm. All the way down to performing.
Go ahead.
No, go play it. It's fine.
Oh, you're fine. Look at my Paul's game though.
an ex. She's contacted Fred's sister, and her and them like connected to harass us both, like harass us together. And she contacted CPS. She's bragged about that. She contacted.
No, she
You
has
need to have proof of all this, Ziggy, because
You don't have a
this
single
is
receipt for
defamation
that.
and slander right here. You
I tell you what else you forget, Ziggy. We were still with you when that first CPS worker came to your house. I think it was our third live as Circle Jerks. You asked us to cover it, and we condemned the whole going real life and talking to CPS thing. And in that live, it was discussed by you with the CPS worker that there have been numerous complaints to CPS about you from many different areas, but they didn't even have your address. Some of them were giving your PO box as your address in order to report you to CPS, and that's why nothing had come of those reports. Are you saying that she was moving around the United States to sort of cover her tracks? You know, she was traveling state to state to report you to CPS. You're a nut.
Yeah, you are.
Did you all see her
animal
the other
service.
day out there outside? You know that vibe where she was outside her house,
Yes.
and just like, can you imagine looking out your window if you lived in that neighborhood and
She looked
seeing
like she
this
had just
woman
gotten out of jail and was waiting for somebody to
ranting
pick
and
her up.
pacing, and you would think that there was something seriously wrong there. I think her neighbors might be calling CPS.
I think
I was
so
going to say
too.
that, but also out of everybody on YouTube, 6up really is the last person in the world that would call child protective services on someone.
Absolutely. She doesn't
I mean,
believe in it.
No, I mean, Ziggy, there's people are, you know, whether people had nefarious reasons or not, you know, whatever, but it wasn't 6. I don't believe that for 1 second.
No.
Is she's contacted the gambling association when I freaking did that giveaway years ago. That big giveaway.
No.
Oh my
That was
God.
just a girl in MO. She admitted it. She made a video about it. It was nothing to do with 6up. You again are dropping something at 6up's feet that is not true. You know it's not true. The people in your chat are going along with this bullshit narrative. And if you try to say that in court, like I'm saying this like you're actually ever going to take this to court.
She'll
But
have to prove
if you
it.
did and you said that in court, what are you going to do when the video is shown of this woman claiming that she did it? What are you going to do if 6up calls just a girl in MO as a witness? What are you going to do then?
That's going to suck. And for all of you in there supporting this, you're going to be embarrassed as well.
She's contacted stores that I go to, then tried to tell them I'm filming like.
Oh,
Where's your evidence?
where is your, just like, where's your evidence that that woman hit you, that you were going to get? Where is that?
Yeah,
When
where's that?
trying to
Where's
get me in
that
trouble.
video?
When the manager of Dollar General told you that they were no longer okay with you filming every day when you went into Dollar General, one of the things that was said was that they had seen your channel and they had seen that there were people being filmed in the background, and it made them uncomfortable for the rest of their customers. Where exactly does 6up fit into that?
Wow.
Trouble at stores and telling them I'm shoplifting, or telling them that I'm like that I'm filming customers, or
This
You
is
were filming customers.
insane. Wow.
or the employees. That is harassment, guys. That is not like protect, you know, like responding to something. That is absolute harassment.
Telling the truth is harassment. She didn't. Where is your evidence that she did any of this? Her
Girl,
saying,
she's saying this. She called the store saying she
yes,
shoplifted. That never, oh my God.
no, that never happened.
If she got accused of shoplifting, that was by her own doing.
6up did cover you saying that you were no longer able to film in the Dollar General. Sorry, that was the point I was trying to make. I didn't make myself very clear. But your notion that she was responsible for that purely because she covered it, you don't have a single receipt. And you never will have, because it didn't happen.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but in a way, I hope she has to embarrass herself in court.
Oh, I do. I really do.
I've got to
I don't
that
even
stage
care if it
where
happens.
I would almost look forward to it.
Oh, I
What
would.
are you going to do when the phone logs get subpoenaed? You really haven't thought this through. Your idea, your perception of reality is so twisted now that you really do think you're doing something here. Although while we're talking about that, can I quickly just show these images?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
This is my question for Ziggy. Hang on, let me get the media assets. There was a live that you did where you were coming back from, once again, taking the dog stroller out and shouting in the neighborhood. And outside your house was Fred's bike, which is here. Okay, that's Fred's bike outside. We've seen him on it. He's very proud of it. But then you started actually filming and showing people around the inside of the house. And when you got to your back room,
oh yeah, what
where
is
do all
this?
these, Well, where have all these bikes come from?
I wonder if the neighborhood kids have had some bikes go missing.
And the thing is, that image, I could not screenshot the image a little bit further over without it being blurry. There was at least one more bike that is out of shot here. Why do you have a back room full of bikes? I'm just asking.
Is Fred like teaching? What is that? Bike exercise? I mean, what is this?
He's going to open a bike shop.
Is he repairing all the neighborhood kids' bikes without them knowing?
Just a good Samaritan, guys.
This is insane. Man.
Complain to the judge and make their case there if they're so confident. Especially fucking 6-Up. I guarantee she probably will not be showing up again. But for somebody who's so confident, well, why not?
I hope 6-Up shows up just to laugh at her.
So, Ryan,
one of my favorite
can
parts.
be expecting a lawsuit because you've been putting a bunch of fucking bullshit lies in all these videos.
Here she is threatening Ryan.
On purpose, acting like I'm this like going real life. Do you understand like what going real life is?
I think going real life is when you go through 8-year-old Facebook posts of a teenage girl, post them on your community wall, go through her likes to try and find information on her, see something that isn't actually what you think it is, and put out a bullshit narrative over and over and over again about her. Leave that girl alone.
But it's not real life if Ziggy does it.
Yeah.
And what I've dealt with, and what me and Fred have dealt with, her ex got a hold of me and told me she's the one that smashed out my car window.
He lied to you. He lied to you. He came on here and said, I lied.
He did. He did
He
lie.
told you what you wanted to hear. He told you that 6-Up had tried to bite a big chunk out of his face. And then we saw the booking photograph. He doesn't have a mark on him. Where did the amazing chunk out of his face go? Is he a miraculous healer that can restore the skin of his face in 48 hours? He told you bullshit and you believed it because you wanted to believe it.
Yep.
And look at my Paul's game, y'all. I'm just too good at this. Ziggy, he lied to you. He went to 2 of her haters, as you would call it, anybody that would listen to him, which at the time happened to be you, and Purple. Purple was one of them, you mainly. And then guess what? He had to walk back all his lies. He made a community wall post saying that he was bitter and he had lied to everyone and that he was going to stop.
He had relapsed and was in active addiction at that point and had lost the 6-Up. 6-Up at this point had safely escaped. Well, was in the process. So she was no longer there. He didn't know where she was. And
6-Up was protecting her safety and protecting her sobriety and doing the right thing.
Right.
And he could not handle it. So he immediately went to you and told you a whole load. He wanted to punish 6-Up.
Yeah.
It was part of intimidating her. And you let him say all that bullshit on a live. You repeated these sort of things that she'd taken his medication and sold it and she'd relapsed. Oh, that's harassment and bullying. I want to see you stand up in court and defend that bullshit.
Well, it's pretty low to have on the channel.
What was that, Stars?
But it's so low of her to have an abuser up on your panel.
Oh, she was bluffing about it too.
It's just gross.
When Purple did it, there were some that weren't for it in the chat, but I'm going to tell you something. This one right here, Ziggy, she was so gleeful.
She really was.
For me.
Squealing like a pig.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Remember?
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what.
And then when he said he was lying and everything we just went over, she was like, No, he isn't. He's just saying that, guys.
Yes,
Yeah.
she said he was walking it back because they got back together. No, he has
Nope.
never been in Six Up's presence after that. You want to believe that again because it's always narrative over fact with you.
Yep.
So I mean, yeah, how does somebody have all time? I mean, she spends her whole day like figuring out how she can screw me over, you know, or screw Fred over. She's she's contacted probation.
No,
I've told you Six Up several times in a day. It's never about Ziggy. So I don't know what kind of a delusional world she's living in, but I don't think Six is plotting all day against Ziggy.
No, Six Ups is working. The one thing that you say that she doesn't have is the thing that she has two of that I can think of, and I think possibly a third. You might try getting a job that actually isn't just lying to people on the internet and doing something that the Bible specifically condemns. Also, what you're talking about with this situation with Six Up's ex, that's what you call an actual real protection order, which is why when he violated it, he
went to jail.
YouTube and he went to jail. Unlike the unserved piece of paper that you've got that expired 2 years ago, it was a real thing with real consequences.
Oh, and also, y'all, she actually believes that Six Up and Tanga are living in an RV. A pink RV. She actually believes this.
Running into
That's
this
probation.
That's the best.
I know.
Who do we know who was actually threatened to call someone's probation officer and says that they're on drugs?
Ziggy did that
did
to
that?
Benny.
Benny.
Yes, he did. Again, projections are confessions.
I never did any of that stuff. I didn't call stores on her. I haven't called CPS on her. I haven't called animal services on her. I haven't like contacted her friends and family from her past and had them on panels.
She
Ziggy.
contacted her landlord.
Nana's not the only job that you contacted, is it?
Nope.
You
No,
contacted the
it's
leader's
not.
job, and you said that she had been sacked for the very thing that she was saying about you, which was financially exploiting an older person. You claimed that she had been sacked for that reason. You never showed a receipt. You had this phone call. There was no evidence that that was a legitimate phone call, and you faked people on the phone.
Made them think that.
And
sorry.
there has never been any charge or prosecution I have ever seen. So again, why are we meant to believe you?
That I was like, or made them think that she was talking bad about him. She contacted these people. And what about Jim's family?
What about Jim's
So-
family?
What
Six
about
Up
it?
never spoke to Jim's family.
Nope. She wasn't
She was
involved
never
in that
there
at
when the
all.
conversations happened.
I don't even think we were friends with Six Up at that point.
I don't believe we were at that point.
No, we weren't.
Because that was right after we just left Ziggy's. I think we were still.
I was
Giving
still at
Six
the
Up a
stage
hard
where
time.
it was like, I don't have anything against her, but I'm not interested in being friendly with her.
You're right.
And I pretty much had that sense for quite a while. I'm
Me
glad
and
that I
Pearl
went back
both
on it.
did for a
I'm
while.
glad that I went back on it because I have a deep affection for Six Up. She is a good friend and a good heart. She's very passionate, and people will often listen to her when she's fired up and just see anger. But she is one of the kindest, gentlest spirits. But she has moments when she gets very passionate. And if people only see that, then they see her as this angry person that she's really not.
Usually, if she gets angry, it's because Ziggy has pissed her the F off.
So yeah, it's very easy to file a civil lawsuit. And I am not playing around. Next week, I promise you guys, I'm
Not so easy to win.
Mm-hmm.
filing a harassment lawsuit on Six Up, guaranteed, and Ryan, guaranteed.
Guaranteed, huh?
Guaranteed. You put out a bunch of fucking lies, and then from what they're saying, like Do you guys see my daughter anywhere on here? When do you see my daughter?
I've seen your daughter
they
in
have
her
a
undergarments, Ziggy. I should have
Yeah,
never
I've
seen
seen
your
your
daughter in
daughter.
her undergarments.
Yeah, literally walking around. I'm sorry. I was going to say something. I've completely forgotten it because she said, "When do you see my daughter?" And I was just like, "What? I've seen more of your daughter than I should ever see of any
Ever.
teenage girl on
More
the
than one
internet."
time, too. It's happened more than once.
Multiple times. Yes.
Yes. But you know whose kid I don't see on here, other than on Ziggy's, is Ryan's. Ryan doesn't put his kid on, so why is she?
On their videos. And then they're over there acting like, I would never put my children out. You put your children on your fucking video when you're training your dog. So, yeah, you guys are going to have, I'll just see you in court and we can deal with it that way. And you can complain to the judge. Oh, they're saying that I put my daughter out there, making up all these lies, like I'm going real life. From my understanding, I did, like from what you guys are telling me.
From what you guys are telling me.
Yeah, and then they contact my subscriber. She's contacted my subscribers, called them out live. He asked too if they don't go along with the things that they're saying. They go after them and make them scared so they won't support me.
That right there. She said, let me address this real quick. She said that Six Up, other people are going after her subscribers so they won't support her. No, Ziggy, those subscribers that left you went after them. No
when
one,
they decided to close their wallet.
To Mimi of Sick, Rihanna Benson, Jamie, all these names in here, I wouldn't dare go to any of them and be like, you better get out of Ziggy's or I'm going to harass you. That doesn't even make sense. You're insane. They left on their own volition because you're a nutcase. Everybody figures it out eventually.
They do. And in fact, when people leave you and they come in here or they come over to Six Ups, they are never beaten down over it. They're accepted and people move on. If they're willing to get along, everybody gets along because we've all been there. From Six Up to me, we've all been there. We all sort of at some point or another believed your bullshit. And therefore we're not in a position to judge them just because they stuck around longer. So we don't. No one does any intimidation. You drive these people away.
You're insane.
It's like one thing after another, and then they take turns trying to harass me and put out this narrative like it's actually me doing this shit, when you can clearly look at my fucking channel and see that's not true.
What?
Hey, Ziggy, do you remember way back when the whole sort of situation with you exploiting Cindy happened, and you said you were going to expose all the circle jerks? We were all scammers. We were all criminals. We were all substance abusers. And you couldn't find a single fact on anybody except Lolita. And Lolita, you exploited to the extent that you ignored that there was a protection order to protect her and protect her daughter. And you had these people on and you said all these things about her past when she had issues. As if you've never had any issues in your life. And you also were quite happy. I've lost the track of what I was going to say because I was just thinking about the fact that you ignored protection orders. You spoke about these people as if they were great and Lolita was terrible. And I've got nothing for Lolita and she's done terrible things and I will not defend anything that she's done online. Not now that I know the reality of it. But let me ask you a question. This father and his new wife that you were saying were great people and Lolita was all the scum of the earth, all the drug taking, scamming, whatever, then how come he could never get custody in court? How bad must that situation be that Lolita was the custodial parent? Did that ever cross your mind?
Welcome in, Ryan.
Yeah, and then he was in a comment.
Can I just speak to
telling
Ryan
everybody that
Ryan, at probably not now, but probably later, you might want to rewind to the start of this. We discussed the fact that she goes so real life on your daughter. We didn't mention any names. We didn't show any images. We just spoke about it from the Ziggy exploitation point of view and in support of your daughter. So I hope that we didn't do anything that bothers you or offends you. But if we did, please let me know and I will correct anything. But I don't believe that we overstepped the mark with doing anything that reveals more about your daughter than Ziggy has already tried to exploit.
All right, ladies. I'm going to run to the ladies' room and let this play.
Okay.
Anybody who follows me is low IQ.
Well,
So he's not only harassing me, he's harassing others who support me.
He's entitled to opinion. Ziggy, the Afro Man trial is
He's
really
put out this, so I'm going to put
Watch
Fred
it.
on the harassment filing too. So it will be me and Fred as
well,
the
you got
plaintiffs
tons of people listening to this
against Six Up Media and Ryan to start. So you can sit there and prove to a judge all these fucking lies that he's put out here.
He's entitled to his opinion of the IQ of the people who will believe
He
this
is.
bullshit.
Six of us
at
in
face
my life.
value.
Exactly. Have you guys
Exactly
ever
it.
heard me do that? No, because I don't even watch those people to know who their mods are. Unless you guys have had sent it to me, I don't know.
I do believe that. She's incredibly
Okay,
late.
thank you, Jamie. I'll definitely take those because I guess I will need them. I need any type of absolute of them saying stuff that is absolute lies. And so the only reason why I went through this filing is because you have to now on YouTube, in order to get a strike stick, you have to fucking file a lawsuit. It's insane. I've never filed a lawsuit in my life. If that tells you guys anything, I've never filed a lawsuit in my life.
Oh, and you didn't do it right.
But you
Yeah, you guys are all low IQ according to Ryan.
That's her gig, the restraining order.
Okay, Jamie, I could just give you my phone number too to text me stuff. But
I'm just waiting for her to slurp up some more soda.
Right?
Did she just do that?
oh yeah, it's Sue happy, right?
No, that was me.
Okay.
I was like, what the heck happened there?
Timing. I appreciate that though. Pearl.
It's Sue happy. My first time ever filing a lawsuit. I'm Sue happy. I've been on here for how many years and I haven't filed a lawsuit against her?
But you've threatened so many
Honey.
times to do it. You were going to sue us, Ziggy. Do you not remember saying that?
She was going to sue Crystal, get a restraining order on Crystal. How many times did she fold it up and go, I'm filing this protection order right now?
Funny. I've never filed a lawsuit in my life. I'm 45 years old, and this is the very first time I filed any type of lawsuit. And how long have I been on file?
You've had a few filed against you, though, haven't you, Zig?
Ouch.
YouTube, please. Ryan, we at least on children. And yeah, somebody showed me a freaking, that he had posted a quote from the Bible. It's like, how does that work, guys? He posts a quote from the
Well, usually it involves typing out the quote from the Bible and posting it on your community wall. How do you think it works? Do you think he was putting it out by the means of interpretive dance? What the hell did that sentence just mean? How does he put a Bible quote out? What?
12, yeah.
the Bible yesterday, I guess, or the day before, whenever it was. But he has a practicing Satanist, proud Satanist living with him. Is that
We've already covered
how does that work?
this. If you're just coming in here, please rewind to the start. This Satanism bullshit will not stand. Please go back and discover that the Satanic Sisterhood are two DJs and that the Satanic Temple is actually an edgy atheist group. We give you all the information on exactly what they believe and exactly who they are. And also, more importantly, if it were true, it is none of your business. It doesn't mean that Ryan can't be a Christian. And the First Amendment of your Constitution defends the freedom of religion. Sit down and shut the fuck up.
Work. It's on on Facebook. It's right out there. He said so himself. He has not denied it. He says he gave freedom to his children, but your children live with you. That child lives with you, practicing that particular religion, and you're putting religious stuff on your.
Please, when you hear us say this, go back and look at the tenets that are listed, what these people actually believe, and how most of us would agree with it. And the way that she makes it sound, again, like Ryan's daughter is out there dancing naked in the woods and killing animals. You are a nutcase and a liar.
Hey, Pearl. Hey, Jude is here for you. Welcome.
Hey, Jude.
Congratulations
Hey, Jude.
on 1 month of membership. Hey, Jude.
Like Christian, the cross on your freaking shirts and shit and your merch, and then you're posting Bible quotes on your wall. That is a mockery of God.
What about divination, Ziggy? Divination is a mockery of God. Leviticus, Deuteronomy, Acts all specifically say that if you use omens and portents and divination and tarot cards fit under that, that you're acting against God. Where do you manage to fit that into your scheme of things?
I was on mute. Good grief. I was talking back to you, Pearl, but I was on mute.
Ryan says, I wore my cross last night outside my t-shirt just for her.
Good.
Oh, that said her.
Hey, Skilo here is actually a member of the organisation that Ziggy is condemning. And it is a very humanist, scientific-focused organisation. Yes, they use the word Satan, but they do not believe in Satan or the supernatural. They specifically say that. Please go back and look at the screenshots and don't listen to this narrative. Please leave this girl alone.
No saying narrative, please. No saying narrative. That's all it says. Narrative.
It's becoming the second N word that triggers me.
Is Ziggy under the
Narcissist and narrative. Ugh.
Is Ziggy under the impression that we're able to control our children after they leave our house? Like, does she think that Ryan and his wife are going to be able to dictate their kids' belief system?
Kind of hilarious, given that your daughter has had a few run-ins recently, hasn't she, Ziggy? You have said to everybody else. I only know that because you told another creator.
You told it, yeah.
She's told many people. Like, she doesn't seem to have. I mean, I'm not talking about her kid like that, but she don't have control over her kid. So, what is she worried about Ryan for?
Spot.
And all these people coming in, it's all 6-up. It's all 6-up. She makes a gazillion accounts, guys. Oh,
yeah. So accounts came in, and they're all 6-up.
While 6-up was on Ryan's channel,
y'all.
We've all got 100 old channels. That night sorry, darling, carry on.
No, go ahead. I thought I was on mute.
That night that she claims that she was infamously hacked by 6-up with the help of us. We took over thousands of YouTube channels. We managed to hack into the Indian sort of Supreme Court, all to do a crypto scam in order as a cover-up for taking down Ziggy's channel. But then when we got control of Ziggy's channel, we didn't delete anything that she had at all. And then she got the channel back. None of this makes a single bit of sense except in Ziggy's mind because she's a nut.
Seriously, if we did that, maybe we would have gave the other channels back, but hers would have been delete.
I'm back.
somebody sent me the screenshot also of her freaking harassing at what website I work at too. That's another thing. Why is she going to where I work doing readings and putting it out there? That is harassment. What does she not get?
Some people would say it's publicity, Ziggy. Do you not want to be covered? Do you understand that the www at the start of that address that you're on is the World Wide Web?
She acts like she's in her house and nobody can see her while she does these things.
You cannot. They follow me to where I'm fucking working. Then they come on here and act like I don't work. Make that make sense.
You don't work and nobody follows you, weirdo.
And then she comes on here and puts out some kind of post from what I hear about where I'm doing like the website I work for. And I haven't been on there for so long. How does she know that, guys? That is stalking.
Well, it's kind of fair game.
It says it right on there.
Well,
this person hasn't been live since blah, blah, blah. It says it right on there. It's not hard. Doesn't require stalking.
Well, but
now listen, using your eyes on the internet is stalking.
Y'all, she has worked so much that she was just on vacation. You know, she's earned a vacation.
Well, why is her job immune when nobody else's is? If she can other people's jobs, then why can't people out her?
She's contacted multiple people.
Yeah,
she really has.
We just watched her do it last week.
Get what you give, Ziggy. And
she's done it to more people than these guys will ever know.
I mean, come on. I've never contacted any agency on this woman. Didn't she come at you when yourself? Yes, like she would come over to whatnot where I was doing live sales and ask me. Now she's going on TikTok in the chats and saying scammer.
That was just the receipts who used to cover you every Friday when you went live. And her in her chat used to laugh at you. And that's how they managed to be filming you at the moment when you were trying to sell a dress and the mouse appeared.
That was just the repeats.
It was just the receipts, yeah. It wasn't
the receipts, yeah.
Like, what the fuck? And then she goes on her channel and tells everybody that she's not going to stop until I stop. Stop fucking what? You follow me.
When she says that, she means when you stop with the Summer Wells stuff.
Stop exploiting Summer Wells. Stop
and the community that
Summer.
live around there. That's what she said. When you stop, she will stop. I think that's a good offer.
It is.
So that's all I have to say pretty much about any of it. I'm going to go here in a second and just, I have other things to do. I will not be coming on here about this or anything, honestly. I'm just giving a little update because I'm sure she was going to find out soon that this is filed. And another funny thing about this.
She was not in fact about to go.
No, she goes on for another freaking hour,
and she does it like 3 times during this live. Okay, well that's it, guys. I guess, and then wow.
Don't worry, we're not covering all of this, and we're certainly not covering her twisted version of covering just the receipts because, like, it's out there. People have seen it. There is no crime in going to help communities on Reddit at a point in your life when you need help and asking for help. That's what they're there for. The 6 up now is not the 6 up then.
Can I say something about that real quick?
Yeah, please do.
When all that happened, I mean, 6 Up has never denied that she asked for help. This was after 6 Up was newly recovered and had nothing and was asking for help. Not scamming, asking for real things that she needed to restart her life as a newly sober member of society. To shame that, you're shaming people in need and calling that some kind of scam. Scamming would be like asking for stuff that you didn't need and then turning around and selling it or something. That was not the case. Things that she was asking for were things that she needed. So,
and she got a second-hand Christmas tree from someone.
It makes
That
me
is
so
one of
angry.
the things.
Well,
One of the things that is covered as a scam is her receiving a second-hand Christmas tree from someone. Now, in the realms of scamming and cons, I can't get over it. It's like somebody had a Christmas tree that they no longer wanted. Six Up didn't have a Christmas tree.
Or a coat.
Or food.
I mean, wouldn't scamming be classified as taking someone's credit card and doing a fake charge to your business?
That would be scamming.
There we go.
I don't know. I mean,
asking for help is not scamming.
No,
She
not at
needed
all.
a coat. She needed a little help. That's
Why
not
would anybody be shaming somebody for that? It's beyond me.
Yes, and let me remind you, this has been how many years ago, Six Up? Several. Now, I went ahead and jumped to the part where this nut actually believes that Tanga and Six Up live in a pink Barbie camper.
This is my favorite part of the whole life.
This woman will believe anything that you tell her. Anything.
That's the one that fucking that Tanga Ray, I think, is the one that she was living with, that Six Up is living with in a camper.
Look at her.
In her daughter's or son's driveway.
Oh yeah, stumble over it.
Six Up
Ziggy.
doesn't
We
have
know
her own
exactly
stuff. She
what you're
moves in with
doing.
one
You're
of her.
not slick. You're not slick with that routine. We know exactly what you're doing there. You transphobic bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Subscribers, guys, and starts a relationship with them, and then who knows, like, if she's living with Fred's sister now or in a driveway, in her driveway. I don't know.
Look at how she's looking
It's
around.
It's a sexy mobile commune. It's a passion wagon. She just goes around picking up subs, Fred's sister, just anyone. Six Up is irresistible, and I think that must eat you up, Ziggy. You will literally believe anything that is told. One of the things that frustrates me so much is that we can't show you what we know about how Tanga and Six Up live in separate states. Tanga's beautiful new home, Six Up's home, and the life that she lives with her family around her now, because you would be eaten up alive with jealousy. But nobody wants to exploit their own life like that in order to prove you wrong. We'd rather laugh at you getting this sort of bullshit wrong.
Yes, it's better this way, Ziggy.
Look, it's all of us. We all meet up together with our RVs.
Somebody came into your chat, Ziggy, confused about my past identity with somebody else, and told you that I died. And you went into a whole routine of how sorry you were that it had ended up like that you'd quite liked me and I was one of your favourites in the chat. And then, of course, I sort of lost my sanity somehow and turned against you. And now I was dead and it would never be put right. You just took that completely at face value and ran with it. I spent ages trying to sort of tell people who didn't know me particularly well that no, in fact, I was not dead, including replying to emails sent to the Jerks account, which is how I found out you told the world I was dead. And then 3 weeks later, you did it again.
The way you said that, Pearl, that I was dead.
Because it was so frustrating. Do you know how weird it is to open an email that says, I just heard that Perla died. And I'm like sitting there at the other end of the screen going, I'm pretty sure that's not correct. Pretty sure.
You start asking people around you, can you see me?
Yeah.
And speaking of the Jerks, the Tanga, they were the worst. Had contacted Jim's family when he passed and caused all kinds of horrible shit and tried to fucking. What you trying to do? Try to get me to unalive myself? Is that what you guys were hoping for? Is that what you were hoping for? That I would hurt myself?
This is
I never for a
sick.
moment thought that you would hurt yourself. You are not that personality type. Not only would I not wish it on anybody, I do actually suffer with suicidal ideation. And it's not something that I make jokes about or wish on anybody else. But you are not the personality type that would do that to yourself, because you really do believe in your value above all else.
Mhm.
We did not contact Jim's family. An intermediary who knew them put them in contact with us. They had YouTube channels. They
They
were
were
aware of what
watching
you'd
you.
done and said. And also, it wasn't until after Jim's funeral, nobody who is in real proper grief is bothered about what is being said on the internet at the moment when you are organising organ donation of your father or brother, and then organising his funeral and the circumstances of everything that he owns being collected together. The fact that you think that they, in that stage of their lives, were more concerned with talking down about you to your haters on the internet tells me everything about your disjointed thinking. No right thinking person is going to be doing that. It was weeks later that any contact was made.
And like Pearl said, they reached out to us. They had YouTube. They have YouTube channels, Ziggy, and they watched you and they heard everything you said.
And
That
we
is
didn't have them on
disgusting.
live. We
No,
didn't have
we
them on
didn't.
live. We spoke to them off platform, recorded what they wanted to say, and then sent it to them so that they had. And some of the things that they said, they then thought they didn't necessarily want it included. Like some of the things that the sisters had said, the daughters didn't want included. And we were more than happy to edit it and let them re-listen. We did everything that we could to let them tell their story, how they wanted to tell it, the way that they wanted to tell it, in order to balance out what you were saying about them, well, screaming about them at the top of your lungs. Would I do it again? Not necessarily, but I don't have any regrets that we did do it.
I have no regrets for giving them the opportunity to speak to all the people that heard what Ziggy did and said about their brother, father.
Well, I think it was only fair to Jim.
And
too, really.
I think so.
Ladies, I hate to do this, but I have got to run. I've got to go to the store. I'm so sorry.
Okay, but
Um,
I think that we've pretty much got the gist out of this anyway, but I just wanted to add to the conversation about Jim. Afterwards, Ziggy got a screenshot from somebody who'd been in that Discord where it was said that one of us was going to be in contact with the daughters. And she made that look as if that was like the first contact. We never spoke directly to the daughters. It was an email address. And I had made a video, a memorial video for their father. I made one version with the choice of song that the sisters wanted, and one version with the song that the daughters had chosen for the actual funeral. I made a video compilation with images of them and things that Jim had done. And that was my means of sending it to them. It was not for making contact with them to get them online. But she presented it that way on a community wall. Yet again, another lie to put out a story over the truth.
yep. Yeah, let's stick to the truth, please. I don't know what's going on in chat, but if you're quoting Ziggy, you are misguided. I don't know, though. All right, ladies, you all don't have to end, but I have got to run to the store and get the little one something to eat.
All right, honey.
All right.
See you
I'll
later.
be in chat.
All right, bye.
She's going out on a motorbike with the bun. We know.
We know.
Have I missed something that's going on in the
I
chat?
must have too. I'm not aware. Can somebody in chat, did we miss something that we need to
trying
address?
Go and look. I don't. Let's stick to the truth.
Why can't Soup take us to the store? Why can't Soup take us to the store?
Well,
Taking
this
her
was-
dog in a stroller. Well, maybe Bun Bun, and she needs a stroller for Bun Bun.
We would drum her out of the jerks if she was there in Dollar General with Bun in a stroller. swinging from foot to foot, saying, "Oh, I really like to get this, but I don't think I have the money for it."
While her Cash App is streaming in the chat.
You think she pays rent with the money given to her? I'm not sure what the problem is or what.
Right. It's not a disagreement. What somebody has pointed out that in certain states, because of his disability, they would be entitled to help with housing. And one of the mods quite rightly said, unless you've got definite evidence of that, please don't sort of repeat it in the chat. So everything's fine. Somebody made a point. Mod sort of said, unless we're certain about that, let's not say that that's the truth. No one's done anything wrong. But yes, she does scam and grift. that we do know.
Yes, she does a lot.
She is actually older than the range of bone marrow registry age that they prefer, and also they tend to prefer, for some reason, male donors. I think because there can be a whole complication in the age group that they like, with fertility and other things. You know, sort of somebody could be found to be a match, then get pregnant, and you've got a whole complication with you've started preparing somebody for bone marrow donation, and the donor isn't going to be able to do it necessarily. So yeah, she's not the ideal group, and she may very well have had to pay to be on the registry at her age just to prove a point. But really, even then, the chances of actually being a match for someone are not that great. So, but nevertheless, I will say I'm all for anybody encouraging people to get on the bone marrow registry. It is a wonderful thing to do. It is just a swab in the mouth is all, until they find that you're a match. And then there are other processes. And also, you don't necessarily have to have a surgery where they drill into the bone, which is most people's perception of how bone marrow is donated. My partner was a bone marrow donor, and the way that it was done then was through a peripheral donation, which is a process where they give you medication over a week, and then you go to the place where the recipient of the bone marrow is in hospital, and you are put on a machine which basically cleans the stem cells out of your blood. The stem cells that have been produced by the medication are sort of filtered out of your blood. So you literally sit awake watching television with one sort of IV in one arm and one IV in the other, and they sort of run your blood through the machine. It is not the big deal that people think it is, and it is absolutely life-saving.
Well, let's be real. I don't even think Ziggy can keep toilet paper stocked in her bathroom. I highly doubt she's organized enough to get herself on a donor list anyways.
She is the worst kind of person to be a donor, because once you start through that procedure of them saying that you're a match, they are constantly saying to you, at least in the UK, they're constantly saying to you, are you sure? Because this is a big commitment, because they, like in this particular case, they irradiate the bone marrow of the recipient in order to make sure that there's no sort of fighting. They're putting in a whole new sort of generation of bone marrow into somebody. So they want to sort of prepare that person, and you leave them in a weakened state. If you can't turn up to the place on time, on the day that needs to happen, you could end up shortening that person's life, not helping them. You can't phone up and go, oh yeah, today's not great for me, how about next week? It doesn't work like that. You've got to be there on the day and the time, and I just don't think she's got it in her.
I agree completely.
Yeah, the old procedures, Linda, the procedures for testing bone marrow and donating bone marrow, before they found out a different way to do it. I mean, it was hardcore, sort of like a drill, sort of minor drilling into the hip bone, the sort of pelvis, and extracting that way. Even if you were out when they did it, it was uncomfortable afterwards. It's Sam Brown, you're right. You in the UK, you're not entitled to know who the person is that you donate to. If the recipient or their family want to contact you, they can, but there's no exchange of names and addresses, and you can write back, but they're very specific in they say to you sort of how you should approach the person and not to make it over emotional. We received a card from the recipient's mother when he started school saying, you know, they never thought that they would see their little boy get to this age and be going to school, and how grateful they were. And that was incredibly touching to know. And now that little boy would be, how, 26, 27?
Wow.
Something like that. They had an autoimmune disease that their bone marrow just was not helping them fight off. And so it was a case of them sort of pretty much killing off the bone marrow they had and replacing it with good matching bone marrow. And it's one of those things that you don't really know the life that they lived, but the fact that they lived it is everything. You know, it's in the scheme of things, it was both a small thing and a massive thing, you know, the implications of it. It messed up his vacation time for that year, but like, what the hell does that count in the scheme of things? Because at that point, businesses weren't very flexible about the reasons why you would need to take time off, and it didn't really come under anything other than you taking your paid time off as part of it, because although you're not left in a depleted state in the way that you expect, just as if you've had a cold or anything like that, you've been through a process where you're not going to feel like 100% for a week or two. But I mean, not like if you had some sort of operation.
Jackie, thank you. Jackie gifted 5 jerk memberships. Thank you so much, Jackie.
Thank you,
Let's
Jackie.
play her something.
Are you getting it or am I?
I'm looking. Do we have one for that?
We don't have a gifted membership one. I have to do that. I'm sorry. That you're right. Oversight on my part. I need to make one. Oh, we got a new member as well, though, so we could play the new member thing.
Oh, Jeep Girl.
Oh, wow. Look at you. You just joined the Jerks. What an absolutely questionable life choice. But hey, we love bad decisions. Welcome to the chaos, you legend. Now sit back, relax, and prepare for maximum absurdity. Guys, I don't think this is how the green screen's supposed to work. And hold on, girl.
I still love that.
Hold on, because you do have something back here.
Can't hit that X. You don't have to stay. You can hit that X. This is not a hostage situation. You can hit that X. This is not a hostage situation.
I was lying. I'm not even aware of what I've done anymore. Tanga is in the chat. Hey, Tanga love. We were talking about you earlier and the fact that you don't, in fact, live in the pink passion wagon with 6 up.
I love pink passion wagon. That's my favorite.
The reason that Tanga isn't with us is because she had an unfortunate pole dancing accident at work and had to have a minor surgery. But everything's fine, and she'll be back on that pole before we know it.
The Tavern member for 29 months.
Yay.
Bad decision for over 2 years. I didn't say bad decision, questionable decision.
Oh, we should have got that photograph of the goats.
I can probably load that up.
The Tavern have baby goats, and they have a batch of baby goats named after the Jerks. Presumably because that batch of baby goats are a bunch of jerks.
They're so cute, though. Oh my goodness, they're so cute.
They are very cute. Far cuter than monkeys.
I was just gonna say to Brenda really quick in chat, Ziggy's actually been in the same house for years. So I don't think that there's any like anything going on with like subsidized rent or anything like that for her.
There you guys go. There's
Hey.
Zoop, Pearl, Eliza, Tanga, and Stella Jerkcoats.
Oh, so cute. Now we just need a video of them running. I love it when goats hop. They're so cute.
Yeah, I can kind of see it that way as a brag, but I also think, and I'm going to speak in defense of Ziggy here, so mark the date down on the calendar. I also think that it is actually something that she wanted to do as a response to Tiffany Marie's loss of her son David, who did have a match and would have actually gone through the procedure if he had actually survived. Sadly, he didn't. And I know that it is something that Tiffany Marie feels very strongly about, that if people could get on the bone marrow register, and I will always support anybody who calls for that or goes through the process of that. I can't think of a better thing that you can do. I really can't.
I think her intentions were good. I really do. And that's saying a lot for Ziggy. But I just, like I said earlier, she can't pay her bills or anything. She's just not organized enough to actually make it onto the list. But I do think she meant well by it.
Yeah, and the fact that she brought it to attention and other people might follow suit is why I'm for it. Like I said, I don't think she's a very good candidate because she's not a good timekeeper, and this is a pretty essential time sensitive thing where you need to meet deadlines and be there, and she is not that woman. But if a single person saw her post and decided to do the same thing, it was worth it every time.
We have some membership milestones. We've got Irish Jessie coming in at 21 months. She says, excellent live, ladies. And then we also have TPE coming in at 30 months. She says, I'm late, but catching up. Great live. Thank you guys for being members.
I understand the point that you were making, Sam Brown, because that would be my gut reaction if I didn't know the whole background behind it, because it is really hard to see her doing anything that is actually altruistic. But I will say, I do think that she did this out of good intentions. Even if I have doubts about her ability to follow through, like I said, if one single person saw her post and decided to do the same thing, it was worth it over and over again.
Right. I agree. It's a great thing to go get tested to see if you're a match. Somebody's counting on you doing that.
Well, I think I've ground to a halt here. I'm really ready for my dinner.
Yes.
Yeah, I gotta go grocery shopping. I'm gonna go meet Soup at the supermarket.
Oh.
Hey, Sam, can I just, Sam, please don't feel terrible. It's very easy to always see what is the ulterior motive here, because look at the reputation of the woman.
Yes.
So you shouldn't feel terrible. Without any further sort of information feeding into that, I would have looked at that and thought, what the hell is she doing this for? Are we all meant to clap? You want a medal made out of a cookie. But it's because I do know part of her motivation that I have a different position on it. But please don't feel bad. In fact, if you hadn't have mentioned it, I wouldn't have talked about bone marrow donation. And like I said, if a single person listening to this then decides to get on the register, it's a great day. So you did something great by bringing it up in conversation. So please don't feel terrible.
Not at all.
Look. Here we go. This happened. My great niece was saved by someone's bone marrow. Thank you, whoever you were. it is a wonderful thing. It really is.
Yeah. So if you're able, please go get tested. Just send your, it's just a cheek swab. I did it years ago. Just swabs your cheeks and they send it in, and you provide your contact information, and boom, that's it. I've never been contacted that I was a match, but I did go through the process. It was very, very easy and quick.
Are we ready to?
I definitely am, Pearl.
I think that. Can I just say though that purely for the annoyance factor, because we've been very good and very serious, I do want to just sort of irritate Clam before we go. So I'm just going to find our Clam irritation device.
I'm all for that.
Oh, here we go.
Yeah. And Clue says we can't believe that our lying eyes saw that surprise view of head grid between the thighs. Keeps telling us, nah, bro, you got that wrong. Or were you wearing your pants under a furry thong? But damn, man, you flash a bearded clown, slap that moist meat down all over that seat. It's time to get a clue. Live up to that name, tucking that wildebeest or keep it out of frame. And Clue says we can't believe that our lying eyes saw that surprise view of head grid between the thighs. Keeps telling us, nah, bro, you got that wrong. Or were you wearing your pants under a furry thong? Well, we don't care what you try to say. We all know shadows don't work that way. Einstein said light's both particle and wave, but it's not something fluffy you forgot to shave. Yeah, damn, man, you flashed a bearded clam, slap that moist meat down all over that seat. It's time to get a clue. Live up to that name, sucking that wildebeest or keep it out of frame. Yeah, we don't care what you try to say. We all know shadows don't work that way. Einstein said light's both particle and wave, but it's not something fluffy you forgot to shave. Yeah, man, you flash a bearded clam, slap that moist meat down all over that seat. It's time to get a clue. Live up to that name, tucking that wildebeest or keep it out of frame. Yeah.
And on that note, thank you all for being here today. We appreciate each and every one of you. Please, before you leave, hit that thumbs up if you haven't done so already. Shout out to the replay crew, and please tap that thumbs up.
Yep. We have been a bunch of jerks, and so have you. Good night.
Good night.
Don't like what we do, then you can hit the X. Don't like what we say, you can hit the X. Don't wanna join the crew, you can hit the X. You don't have to stay, you can hit the X. This is not a hostage situation, you can hit the X.
You're embarrassing yourself. Go to bed.